So it turns out that the monkey might be a little bit broken and will probably get nerfed, so before that happens, let's abuse it. Oh boy, it has been a while since I've done a battle, and for this first battle, yeah, I have a feeling that this guy really doesn't want to battle against a Banoki because they brought 6 spirit types. So, yeah, unfortunately, I'm not using the assertive one, so I'm gonna pass. Okay, moving on to the actual first battle, which I gotta say, I like this team a lot more because I see 0 Spirit-type Loomians, although I do see quite a few Brawler resistances, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Okay then, I'm just gonna lead off with Wraith, try and use Shatter, get a couple of Babs down, although that do be a Luminami, which means I can't use Shatter. I could hit it with a Dark Surge, maybe get rid of the Dark, not Shell, that's the offensive one, the Pearl, the one that will absorb it, so I can actually hit it a little bit harder later on. I think that's probably the smartest idea. Most Luminams, I feel like, run that item. Although, that does a lot of damage. I will say it has been a while since I've battled, so I'm probably not gonna be super good. I'm gonna be pretty rusty, and that was already, like, on top of me, like, not being the best battler in the world. I do a lot of weird things, which it is what it is. Anyway, here, I kind of want to go into El Iguana, but we really don't want to take super effective hits, especially on our melee side, so not a good idea. I think we just have to go for the Baffle, honestly. That's really the only thing I can think of, unless I want to go for a Null Dark Surge and weaken it a little bit maybe, but no. I think we Baffle on the switch. Okay, I will gladly take that. This is actually great. We can try and get rid of the Soul Burst Eruptodon's Soul move as fast as possible. I think I'm just going to go into more Fezulo. This will most likely scare out the Eruptodon, and they don't have any Metal-type Loomians, so they can't really switch into me, which is pretty good. I think I just go for the Jetstream here, though. Okay, they go for the double switch, which makes a lot of sense, into Dokomori. These are generally ran range bulky, although we are running the specialty goggles. I keep forgetting the name of all of them. Although, yeah, gonna assume that's probably a melee tank, which is weird because they have Luminami, Obsidian, and Dokomori. Unless there is a range tanky Dokomori, and we just two-shot it. I don't know. Maybe that's the possibility? I honestly do not know. Okay, Luminami is back in. I think I just hit it with a Jetstream again. I mean, I don't really see why not. Luminami is kind of annoying, and if it is a melee buildy one, I probably want to try and weaken it as much as possible. Thunder Trump will do a lot of damage, but yeah. So this is quickly turning into a Morphezu showcase, because I think Morphezu can actually sweep this entire battle, although I'm going to run out of energy, which is an issue. So here, I think I'm gonna go into my Wraith. I don't think I can live a Thunder Chomp and Wave Wrecker combo, but they go for the double anyway. That is completely fine. Into Ferroglyph. Yeah, that's completely fine. Ferroglyph shouldn't be able to break through us unless it's a melee build, which is very unlikely. So I'm just gonna go for the Baffle here. This should be pretty easy. I can't really see Ferroglyph staying in. I feel like they're going to go back into Luminami, so they can pivot back out again to get more health. Okay, they do go for withdraw. Luminami? Yep, okay, so they're doing exactly what I thought. So here, we can actually go into whatever I want. I put Banoki in the last slot, and Mamas, so I can actually change into Banoki. So they think, oh, it's a Banoki, let me go into my Spirit-type Loomians or my Mind-type Loomians. And then Mamas can either like set up on them with some barbs, or maybe just try and like weaken them a lot so Banoki can just break through them anyway. So that is exactly what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna go for a slap down here. I'm hoping the... I just forgot the name, I just saw it. Ferroglyph switches back in on a slap down. I guess we'll see. Okay, another switch into Obsidian this time. This is completely fine. We're going to get rid of the Obsidian's held item, which is Heavy Armor. Heavy Armor, yes, a super bulky Obsidian. Herelan, now also they know that I am not Banoki, I'm a Mask. So now I'm going to go for the Fade Away. I kind of want to go for Barbs, to be honest. I kind of also want to go for Provoke, so the Obsidian can't set up. Yeah, I think I will Provoke. I don't really want the Obsidian going for like Burrows or Drudges, whichever one that they have. And yeah, could have also gone for Beast Lumber, but I don't think I would have done that this early on. Actually, I don't want to fade away because I don't want to increase the Obsidian's melee defense more than it already is, so let's not do that. I will actually take this opportunity low to set up some Barbs. I mean, they have a lot of like bulky Loomian, Luminami, Obsidian. No thanks, let's try and chip them down. Okay, switching once again into Luminami. How is it going, Lumi? I'm assuming they're just going to go for Flash and Flee here, I would assume. I think I just go for Slapdown here. We could also go into my Maraith to prevent it from doing that, but the Maraith is kind of nice to keep around for Baffle. I mean, it is the slowest pivoter, I think, in this battle, so it's really nice to get Bannock into the battle for free since it's super, super frail. I'll just take this opportunity to weaken the Luminami a little bit. That also won't be enough to kill it, but we'll take it. And there's a Flash and Flee. It shouldn't one-shot me because I'm fairly bulky, but if it were, I have got a clutch plushie, so we'll be fine. I would assume a Ruptidon now. Yep, they're gonna go for Hellstorm, I would assume, so they can just get that nice KO and some chip damage from the residual for the next couple of turns. I probably could have gone for the... Oh no, I couldn't actually go for the fadeaway because I would have gone first. So yeah, I guess I could have just house switched into my Wraith and then baffled out of there into my Morphezu, but it's fine. My Morphezu might outspeed Ruptidon? It's been a while since I've had this matchup, not gonna lie. But yeah, I think Maraith has basically done its job. I could sacrifice it here, but at the same time, I could just save it and sacrifice it later on when I more desperately need to. I think it for like guarantee they're gonna go for Hellstorm, so I'm gonna fade away, deal a little bit of damage, and then go into Eliguana, I think. Or maybe the Maraith is actually better to sacrifice here. Tough decision. They actually did a pretty decent amount of damage. I think I'm going to go into Eliguana. They can't stop her Flash on Flee, so I mean, I could Flash on Flee here now, but there's the Hellstorm. That'll do basically next to nothing. I don't want to give them the opportunity low to start setting up Magnifiers. That would be really, really bad, so let's just go for the Flash and Flee here. They should always go first unless they're super bulky and not speed bursts. But nope, there's Mudslide. Oh, they get rid of my Barbs! Why? My Barbs! It's fine, though. A little bit of damage. And then here we could actually get Bannock into the battle. I will take a little bit of damage from the Hellstorm, but I mean, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. We're so frail, even if I take a couple of chip damage from these Hellstorm turns, I'm still most likely going to get one-shotted no matter what anyway. So yeah, here, we could either go for the Raging Tackle, but with the Hellstorm that's very, very sketchy. So I think we just fire with Rogue Assault. Luminami can't really take multiple of these. Obsidian could, but because I got rid of the heavy armor, not even close. Yeah, Bannock is super, super scary. I think the only Lumian that they have on their team that could potentially like live 2 hits is Ferroglyph, but because its melee defense is so low if it's the normal temper one, even with the resistance, I still might 2-shot it, maybe? Okay, well, anyway, there's the Rogue Assault, see you later Obsidian, and Bannock I think can actually clean up the game. Oh, well, kinda. I'm gonna have to switch out if it's a Ferroglyph, because if I can 2-shot it, I'm also gonna get hit before I hit it a second time. So I'm also gonna want to switch out. But yeah, I don't think they can really stop Bannock. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're the fastest thing in the battle, and we took out like their super melee tank already, which is Obsidian. Here then, I'm just gonna go into my Mask because we don't really want to give the Ferroglyph an opportunity to set up on my Eliguana, and we actually resist that mind move, so I actually get to live it. And then here, I can go for the Slapdown. They can't really do anything here, because if they're going to Luminami, it's going to take some damage. and I can just sacrifice my mask at this point. So, yeah. Eruptodon, though. Can I two-shot this from this range? Nope, I just one-shot it. Nice. Was that the right play? I mean, I guess Eruptodon was like so low in health, and I mean, I have quite a fairly fast team. Well, a few fast Loomians on my team. More in half, so yeah, I guess that makes sense. And then here, I kind of want to go for the provoke so the Luminami doesn't go for rejuvenate if it has it, but I think I'll slap down, because if I get slap down damage, Rogue Assault might just KO it. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. I kind of want to half switch, honestly, thinking Luminami is going to just not KO me and just go for a free turn of whatever, rejuvenate, I would assume. But there's my rest, there's the Flash and Flee. Okay. I'm actually a little bit surprised that they went for that, but I will take it. I don't really want to go Bannock right now because Ferroglyph is very healthy. So I guess the Maraith is coming out now? Yeah, I think we go Maraith and then we just click Dark Surge. I also want to click Shatter, but just in case they switch into Luminami, I might as well hit both of them, right? I'm not trying to baffle here. I just want to do some damage, just so I'm guaranteed to one-shot it with Raging Tackle, which I think at this point should be good enough. Now, how do I get Bannock into the battle? I guess I could go Eleguana and click Flash and Flee. That's probably my best bet, because if this Ferroglyph starts clicking Peace of Mind, no. Which, yes it is. So here, now they're forced to either KO me, so then I can go into my Bannock, or they go for another Peace of Mind and I Flash and Flee on them. Which they go for another one, nah. We're not trying to deal with this, okay? So that the entire reason like why I brought multiple pivoters to my team, or on my teams, is to try and like pivot between like all my defensive modes that don't really do that much damage, or the opponent can set up on me, and just quickly go into something more offensive that threatens them immediately. The only issue is, we're gonna take a lot of freaking damage from this Raging Tackle, but it's fine. There's only like, what, 2 more Loomians on our team, so we should be good. Nice. Pretty good recoil though. And now, show me that Luminami, which I'm pretty sure the last one, if I kept track right. And Luminami, and it is. Okay, well, I'm just gonna click Raging Tackle again, and hope that it one-shots. Yeah, this was my first battle back, and using Bannock. Think it's safe to say, it's pretty noob-friendly. It's just, you click button, you win. Nice. Okay then, hopping into the next battle, now we're using the Assertive ability on my Bannock, which means our Brawler type moves can hit Spirit type Loomians bypassing their immunities, which is pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna go for Maraithly to try and get some barbs down if possible. That is a Moriel low. What are you gonna do? I don't know, but you resist all of my freaking moves, which is not good. Also, they actually have 3 Spirit type Loomians, which is pretty good for my ability on my Bannock. The main issue is their Charonics might be Fog Setter, which means if that goes up, my ability gets cancelled out, which isn't good. This also is really not good. That Moriel is setting up on me, and yeah, that is actually really scary. I'm gonna Baffle on it. The only issue with clicking Baffle on it is I'm faster than it. So I will switch out before they attack. Hopefully they go for another Energize, but I'm just going to go into Florence. We resist Electric, we resist Earth if they have Landslide. The only move they really have to hit me is Dark, but it's neutral. So I should be fine. Either way, I'm clicking Parasitize. Don't care. There's a good chance I don't one-shot it, but I'm gonna do a lot of freaking damage if it stays in. Okay, on, let's see. They actually stayed in. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit surprised about that. We don't get the one-hit KO, but it is on quite literally 1 health, so we'll take it. This is gonna do a big ton of damage though, because yeah, they're at +4 now. If they were +2, I probably live that on low health, but yeah. That is a yikes. That is really, really not good. Now, I think here I go Eliguana. I will always outspeed it. The only issue is this Moriel could have Jolt as one of its moves, which is a priority move. This Eliguana is a Lightning Rod, so yeah, I'm just going to go for a Flash and Flee. And just KO this Moriel and go right back into my Maraith. Okay, they go into Oblast, which is fine. What are you going to do, Lo? You can't be Rageful Plushie because it's competitive, so that's good at the very least. I want to go for Shatter, but I've had this matchup before, and I'm pretty sure I just always click Metal Blast here because I think it's enough to two-shot it. There's Trick Shot, which does a freaking butt ton of damage, but I mean, this would also do like a really good amount of damage. Yeah, so good. Now, I've also had this matchup where I've clicked Baffle in this situation before, and Trick Shot still went off, even though Baffle's a support move. It shouldn't do that. That is definitely a bug that wasn't intentional. So, yeah, unfortunately, can't really click Baffle. I guess I could just half switch into Lantorch, or Eliguana, actually. I think I'll half switch into Eliguana. Yes, I'm weak to Earth-type moves, but we're gonna click Trick Shot again, right? Yeah. And, because I'm immune to that move, it doesn't matter if I click it again. I can just go for a Flash and Flee now. And yeah, they go for the Withdraw into Char Onyx. Is it Fog? It isn't, which means it is Reaper, I'm guessing? So, what is the best course of action right now? I want to go Banokay and start setting up if they have Obsidian. I'm pretty sure this guy had an Obsidian on his team, unless I'm thinking about a different team and everything's merging into one now. But I'm going to need to like two-shot it. Don't know if that's possible. Char Onyx could also have a Lightspeed rate, so it could take my Banokay down to one shot on Lightspeed rate, which is not good. So, after all of that consideration, I think I want to go Maraith and collect Metal Blasts, because that's really the only thing Maraith is probably good for now. I guess it would also be kind of useful for the Obsidian, but we can get some health amulet recovery, so if the Char Onyx switches out and the Oblast comes back in, I think I can live a Trick Shot if I need to. But yeah, I'm just going to collect Metal Blast and try and do some damage. Char Onyx shouldn't one-shot me from this range, but if it does, I wouldn't be that surprised. Okay, they go for Nova Blast. Oh, I'm Reflective, man. I mean, I thought they would have known that, but I ain't complaining, okay? Give me my free damage. I'm actually really happy that this isn't Fog Char Onyx, because having 3 Spirit-type Loomians on their team, potentially. We've seen 2. I don't know if they have the 3rd one or not. But yeah, that would have been really, really tough for Banokay, because I would have to like time it perfectly every time that Char Onyx is on the field, so I can like hit it and keep Char Onyx on the field just as Fog goes down, so they can't set up immediately right back after it, back to back. So yeah, that is really, really nice to know. Here then, I want to go for the Baffle into my Banokay. I really, really want to click Brawn boosts. The only issue is actually Trick Shot. Freaking Oblast Trick Shot. I'm going to just click Metal Blast. Yeah, I didn't actually think about that one. Oh. Well, that ain't good, and I'm out of energy, so they could actually just do that again. Oh no. Oh wait, we're fine, we're fine. I can just go into Lantorch or Eliguana here. Let's go Eliguana here, I think. Yeah, I completely forgot about Trick Shot for my Banokay. So that means if I lose my Clutch Plushie and I'm like super low on health, I'm gonna get one-shotted. And because Banokay is so freaking frail, there's a good chance I just die immediately anyway. Here low, I'm gonna go for the Flash and Flee. I don't think Char Onyx is gonna stay in. Lay Sacrifice. Oblast. Yes! I don't have to worry about Trick Shot anymore. Let's freaking go. I guess I'll go Banokay now to try and get a free Brawn boost off. Or if they have Obsidian, I can bait it out and try and whittle its health down with some of my other Loomians first. And Malevolwax enters the field. Okay, so I should definitely outspeed this thing, unless it is specialty boots. But Yeah, other than that, I don't really know what I'm wanting to do because, yeah, I can Brawn boost and click Rogue Assault, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to one-shot mid-level wax, so I think I want to weaken the mid-level wax a little bit first. Elegant is actually a really good fit for mid-level wax. I guess Land Torches as well, but if it has like Rant or something, Elegant will tank that a lot better. Is mid-level wax. Okay. Let's go for Mudslide here. Oh, they switch out. That's pretty annoying. Charonyx. This should faint. Right, yep. Okay, that's fine, but what are you going to go back into now? If it's Obsidian, nice. I'm clicking Flash and Flee. I'm doing some damage. It is Malevo Wax again. Yay, I got 3 bab damage. I really don't know what the play there was. Maybe I thought I was going to click Flash and Flee again. That's probably what it was, honestly. They're going to go for the switch into Obsidian. Nice. Now this turn I click Flash and Flee. I am taking Obsidian down to about half health. And we should be able to get a Brawn boost up for free now. Only issue is, can I one-shot Malevo Wax? It is naturally bulky, like, what? 95 melee defense, like, I want to say off the top of my head, like 83 health or something like that. Here, I'm going to go into my Wraith. We're going to click Wait and then Baffle immediately. Beast Lumber, that's also fine. That means I could actually go for potentially more than 1 Brawn boost, which would be pretty freaking scary. I want to go for Shatter as well, but I don't want to give it Resilience boost. That would be really, really, really bad. Although, actually, I'm not going to Baffle on it immediately. I'm going to try and wait a couple of turns for the Obsidian to be closer to waking up. I'm going to hit it with a Metal Blast first, then Baffle, so they'll be on lower health. I don't think Bannerkey can one-shot Obsidian from full health, obviously, even with a Brawn boost or 2. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to try and weaken this thing first. Okay, there's a Metal Blast for your face, Obsidian. Glad you took that really, really not well. That's like just barely 2-shots it. Now I'm going to go for the Baffle. And hopefully don't go for another Beast Slumber. Yep, they woke up and they go for... Please don't go for another one. Earthquake. That's completely fine. That is completely fine. They actually knocked me out with a critical hit. Nice. That means I just go straight into my Bannerkey now. It kind of sucks that I lost my Wraith, but it doesn't ultimately matter. Now, if I get to +2, I should one-shot the Obsidian, right? If they go for Beast Slumber, I'm going to +6. I don't care. Let's see. Oh, that was probably not a good idea, man. They probably assumed I was the secret ability one, I'm guessing, Glenn. But if they thought that, they probably would have switched into the level wax, so maybe not. So then, there's another Brawn boost, okay. Do I just go to +4 and start hitting it, or what? I think I can use another Brawn boost right before he wakes up. So I think I'll go for another one. Now I'm at +6, then I think I hit the Obsidian. This shouldn't have priority, so we should be fine. My level wax, it's new Loomian, but I don't think I gave it priority. Pretty sure. The only issue is, though, the Obsidian has +1 melee defense because of Beast Slumber. So that might make it live, but I'm at +6. So that still tanks it that well. That is absurd. I mean, that must be heavy armor. That has to 100% be heavy armor. It's fine though, because I have clutch plushie, so I'll always live 1. And because we know that +1 we do about like 60%ish, I should always knock it out at this range as well. Oh, now the issue is I actually can't use Rogue Assault twice. Huh. Do I go for the Body Slam here? Is it even enough to knock it out? Oh no, I gotta gamble here. If I click Rogue Assault here, I can't use Rogue Assault again on Malevolux. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna Body Slam, I guess. Or is Slap Down stronger? I'm pretty sure Body Slam is stronger. This actually kind of sucks. Or they switch. If I just click Rogue Assault, pretty sure that would just knocked it out. Interesting. I didn't even get to use my ability because I switched it on a Body Slam, damn it! Also, that really just shoots themselves in the foot because they just got rid of their +1 melee defense. So, yeah. Interesting. I'm gonna click Rogue Assault now. That was a weird last 2 turns, but I'm not complaining. We somehow got through it, although probably should have managed my energy a little bit better, because that could have gone horribly. That could have gone really, really bad, but hey, it worked for the best, although unfortunately I didn't really get to use my ability because they just sacrificed their level wax. Seemingly for no reason. I'm not really too sure what the game plan was. And now we're using the Banana Split Banner kit, which I gotta say, definitely isn't as good as the other sets that we've gone over. It's kind of gimmicky, but we still might as well go over it. But basically, the goal for this one is to set up Ice Cold Traps, maybe go for a little bit of damage, and then Banana Split, which will KO us, and then my faster Loomians that are super, super offensive can just hopefully win me the game off of the raw damage outputs. Okay then, first off, let's go for the Maraith lead. I was going to say switch. Lead, so I can try and get some Babs on the field. If I'm going to go for Ice Cold Trap and Banana Split, I might as well have Babs as well, right? Now let me think. Do they have a Light type Loomian? I don't think so. I already forgot, not going to lie, but I'm going to go for Shatter either way. That's a lot of damage. From a Eurosnack? Do they have him a mask? They might have had him a mask, because that did a lot of freaking damage. There's Joltooth, pretty scary. This person has got a Taioshinu, so if they actually brought that, I have to be very careful, because I was most likely a Bequeath user. So yeah, not a fan of that one. Heerlen, I don't really have like a great switch into this thing, so yeah. At least it doesn't have Drudge now, though, right? So I'm just gonna go for a Nulla Shatter. I got 1 Shatter, so I'm pretty happy with that, but yeah, I will take that. I can't really switch out because of Ambush. It's just gonna kill something if I do that. Now, low, I can go to my Banoke, which is actually great because we just barely outspeed Soul Burst Joltooth, so I can actually go for whatever moves I want. I'm gonna go for Ice Cold Trap first, then I'll Banana Split. If they switch out, I could potentially go for Rogue Assault instead, which if it's the Eurosnack, I can actually do, because I have the assertive ability on this one. Okay, yep, they go for the Soul Burst immediately. I mean, they're going to find out really, really fast that I am not the secret ability one, because I'm using Ice Cold Trap, which, yeah, wouldn't be very smart if I lock myself into a support move, now would it? I would literally have to switch out. But I think this is fine. I'm just trying to think, do I want to go for Rogue Assault? Actually, wait, no. Does he go for a Soul Burst move? No. Thank you. I completely forgot. If he went for a Soul Burst move, I'm pretty sure I couldn't use support moves. I'm going to go for Banana Split now, low, I think. This will get my Banana Peel on the field, which is pretty goofy looking. But now that we got all of those entry hazards on the field, and we get to waste our Soul Burst move, that is so beautiful, I can now start going on a rampage with my mostly Lantorch, but we also have got Morphezer, which will also do quite a lot. But because they have a Lachance, it's not going to do like as great. I want to go for Flare, but I honestly don't remember if I one-shot this thing from full health. So it might be a little bit risky. I'm going to go for a Flash and Flee first, and just sacrifice my Eliguana. Just... okay. I one-shot it with Flash and Flee, so I think it was safe to say Flare, which does more damage, would have also done that. Well, there's no real need to go into Eliguana now to sacrifice it, so I guess I'll go into Morphezu, which actually, because they didn't switch out, that might mean they don't have Lachance. I completely forgot Lachance is a plant type. So they could have actually completely been immune to my Flash and Flee, which would have been so bad, because I would have had to force switch out Len. No, they have got Lachance. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Most likely gonna be, secret ability, right? Petrifying, yeah. I mean, I could still probably output some pretty decent damage, I'm not gonna lie. Not sure if it's worth it, though. I feel like I just have to go into Eliguana, right? I don't really see the downsides, so I think I will. The only real issue is I can't pivot on the Lashents. Timberfresh, that's fine. Get some nice recoil. I kind of want to hard switch back out now into my Morphezu. I'm also switching to Eliguana so they couldn't go for the fadeaway. But yeah, I think I just hard switch back into my Morphezu now. I don't have the range attack lowered, so I think we're good. I'm going to take a little bit of damage, but it's fine. And now I think we just start clicking Jetstream and doing a bunch of damage. We just barely live with that Timberfresh, which is great. The Lashent will KO itself from the recoil, so we're in a pretty good spot now. Obviously, having like my two super offensive Loomians being trapped in by specialty items isn't the greatest thing in the world, because if I'm stuck in a situation where I only have one of them alive, and I lock myself into a bad move, I can't do anything about it. But because like everything else on my team, even the Lantosh can like pivot, I think for the most part I can play around it. Anyway, your snack here is definitely clicking Shadow Sprint here, or Quick Punch. No. I'm actually surprised I clicked Fadeaway. Not gonna lie, really surprised. I want to go for a Flash and Flee here, but it's kinda risky. I'm gonna probably lose something, but it's fine. We'll break Tank, which I guess at the end of the day is pretty good. And I think I'm gonna have to sacrifice Morphezu, right? I really don't want to. I think we're gonna click Slapdown, so I obviously can't go into Lantorch, and because Morphezu is so weak, I feel like I have to sacrifice this. I can't really like think of anything else, and there's the Slapdown, yeah. Now I can go into my Lantorch and click Flare. They don't have Lashent anymore. I don't think they have a Vanilla Plant type Loomian, so I think with this we'll be good. I can click Flare, and I think now we just win the battle. To my knowledge. Okay, nice. Maybe they don't even have Shadow Sprints. I guess I could have actually just clicked Jetstream the first turn that your snack switched into the battle, but okay. There's Halvantic, it's going to get the speed lower. This is pretty scary because, I don't know if we're going to one-shot it. They also have Vanilla Loomian, which I have no idea what it is. I can only click Flare Low, I'm trapped into it, so let's just pray I get the one-shot, which I do. Okay, great. This might have actually been better if Lantorch had specialty goggles, because I have boots, so I can outspeed a lot of things. But at the same time, I probably don't really need it if I'm having the banana peel, so I could have actually had my Lantorch output even more damage. Although, if I can only have one goggles between Lantorch and Morphezu, I think Morphezu is probably better in that regards, since Lantorch can be completely stopped by plant types and Eliguana, whereas Morphezu can only be stopped by metal type Loomians, which Banoke could deal with, or Lantorch. But anyway, we just go for Flare, and that should be the battle. Right, I didn't miscount. Nice. Okay, and now let's go over the sets, starting with the Berserk one, which we're running 200 speed TPs to be as fast as possible, the 200 melee attack TPs will then let us hit as hard as possible, the 96 energy TPs are level 50, it will give us a total of 266 energy to use 3 Rogue Assaults or Raging Tackles, then 1 Frost Beam and 1 Slapdown, or we can just use 4 Rogue Assaults or 4 Raging Tackles. And then the 4 health TPs are just leftovers. For the personality, we're running Very Nimble to boost our speed as much as possible, but Nimble, Brawny, and Very Brawny also work depending on how much speed you're willing to give up for more damage. Then for the held item, we're going to be using Specialty Gloves. This item will boost our damage by 50%, but it will lock us into the first move that we use, which works the exact same as our ability, the secret ability Berserk, which will also boost our damage by 50%, but will lock us into the first move that we use as well. So basically, we're double dipping. And then finally for the moves, we're running Rogue Assault and Raging Tackle as our strongest stab options, and then Frost Punch and Slap Down are our coverage moves. Although there are some other options like Coconut Bomb and Chase Down if you're interested. The second set is focused on Brawn Boost and free attacks, which we're running 200 speed TPs to be as fast as possible, the 200 melee attack TPs will land less hits as hard as possible, the 92 energy TPs at level 50 will give us a total of 265 energy to use 1 Brawn Boost and 4 Rogue Assaults, and then the 8 health TPs are leftovers. For the personality, we're running Very Nimble to increase our speed as much as possible, although Nimble Brawny and Very Brawny also work depending on how much speed you're willing to give up for more damage. Then for the held item, we're running the Clutch Plushie. This will let us get a Brawn boost off guaranteed since we have paper defenses. For the ability, we're using Assertive, which will let our Brawler type moves hit Spirit type Loomians, bypassing Glare immunity, which is great because quite a few Spirit type Loomians secondary typing lets us hit them super effective. And then finally for the moves, we're running Brawn Boost to set up. Rogue Assault is our strongest brawler stab and we don't care about lowering our defenses since we're so frail already. Then we have Body Slam as our simple stab because we don't want to deal with Raging Tackle's recoil if we're using the Clutch Plushie item. And then I have Slap Down as my coverage move, although you could also look into Frost Punch if you want to. And the final set revolves around Banana Split and supporting the team, which we're running 200 speed TPs to be as fast as possible, and 200 melee attack TPs to let us hit as hard as possible. The 12 energy TPs at level 50 will give us a total of 250 energy to use 1 Icicle Trap, 1 Rogue Assault, 1 Slap Down, and 1 Banana Split, and then the 88 health TPs are leftovers. For the personality, I'm going with Very Nimble to increase our speed as much as we can, although Nimble Brawny and Very Brawny are also good options, it just depends on how much speed you're willing to give up for more potential damage. For the held item, we're going to be using the Clutch Plushie. This will at the very least let us set up Banana Split guaranteed, and if we know our opponent is slower than us and doesn't have a priority move, we can also get Icicle Trap and Banana Split set up without too much hassle. Then for the ability, we're running Assertive, which will let our Brawler type moves hit Spirit type Loomians bypassing Glare immunity, which we're not really planning on attacking much with this set, but if the opponent switches out giving us a free turn, we might as well get some extra chip damage. And then finally for the moves, we're running Banana Split and Icicle Trap to help support the team with entry hazards, Slapdown will let us remove any troublesome item that we may come across, and then Rogue Assault is our strongest stab move.